crazy racing at the Daytona weekend this week, and the playoff field is set. And some drivers aren't happy, and some drivers are, especially the first-time winner, William Byron. Darlington are set for the playoffs. A brand new winner. Congratulations to William Byron. He wins and locks himself in the playoffs. Mean and Jimmy Johnson is out. William Byron is able to get into the playoffs. We'll take a look at the playoff field and road to the playoffs and talk about everyone that didn't get to make it this time into the playoffs and all of that fun stuff. All to come in this episode of On the Pedal. But before we start that, let's talk about the racing overall. The first stage of the race was actually pretty exciting, I thought. You know, you had lots of good racing. It seems like they did want to go single file for the racing, though. It was confusing for me is that these racers actually wanted to do single file and race that way, race in the single file.
Hey, check this
Whoops,
out.
Sorry, y'all. We haven't seen that at Daytona in a while. We haven't seen that single file style of racing at Daytona for a while, and it's weird to see, I think, but then it becomes a little bit exciting when we see drivers having to make moves to the front for that in that case. So I don't mind that at all. I think it's all right, and it's worth to talk about. And I think the wrecks today were pretty minimal, except for when we got to 15 laps to go in Classic Daytona. The wrecks came out, and Tyler Reddick, you don't want to be Tyler Reddick's shoes this morning, Sunday morning or Monday morning, because he's going to get a lot of phone calls and have to give a lot of phone calls, I have a feeling. Look, the driver's a rookie. I think we all understand that, but he did make some pretty big mistakes today. Number one, coming up way too early and wrecking half of the field. That's a pretty large mistake, and that's something that I don't think he can afford to do. I mean, look at what happened to Ricky Stenhouse Jr. today. So much so that he played some weird strategy, Stenhouse did. But look, he's the laughingstock of NASCAR because of his mistakes on the super speedways. For Tyler Reddick, it's not the best way to start your career is wanting to be anything like him, because look, he is. He's the laughingstock of NASCAR and maybe motorsports. He's the meme of NASCAR. He was the meme coming into this weekend, and it's something that Tyler Reddick, I don't think, wants to fall into those shoes, but when he made that mistake, he has to, because look, he took out Ryan Newman, who said, and I quote, this is a quote from Ryan Newman, he ran out of talent. He said Tyler Reddick has ran out of talent. Kyle Busch was not as bad as I expected in his interview, but did say some strong words and said he even checked up. Eric Jones, who got eliminated from the playoffs because of that crash, also said some nasty things, saying that Kyle Busch even had to let up for him to come up, and he still missed it. So, guys, it's just Tyler Reddick's going to get a lot of phone calls, but he did apologize in this interview, so credit to him. I mean, look, as long as he's able to come out and say, yes, I did, I made a mistake, I know it was my fault, and this was what I need to do to fix it, and this is what I have to do to fix it, and he did that. So kudos to him and his team for really doing that and making that apology. And then there was a last lap crash, and they didn't throw the caution out in NASCAR. And I did want to talk about this because I think it's something that NASCAR needs to do in this instant. They need to throw the caution flag out. No NASCAR driver wants to be on the last lap and say, oh, there's wrecking behind me about this caution. But I have to think about it, that's cost the Ryan Newman crash. Really, is not throwing the caution. If we threw the caution before, then we would have been fine. But no, we did not throw the caution out, guys. So that's where we stand. Without the caution going out in this lap, it could have been bad. It wasn't, but you guys know what I mean. Ultimately, though, the finishing results, no caution or caution, are this. William Byron takes it. Congratulations to him. His first career Cup Series win. We've seen a lot of those this season. I'm so happy for William Byron. I've been a fan. I've been hoping he could go. I'm hoping he could win. I'm hoping he can, get up there and do it. And congratulations to that team. Sorry about that, my puppy is right over here. And he automatically advances himself into the playoffs. Congratulations to William Byron. Great day. And his teammate, Chase Elliott, right there underneath him in his interviews at the end of the race also said, hey, if I was in the position to win, I would have, but I was in the mood to just push my teammate because it would have hurt both of us. Great move by Chase Elliott. Very professional move by Chase Elliott, definitely as well. Denny Hamlin in third place. The road course kin's Elliott. Hamlin's the super speedway kin. I mean, he's been running so good here at Daytona, and he continued to do that today. Martin Truex Jr. also ran very well here today, just couldn't prevail for that first ever super speedway championship. He's looking forward to the playoffs next week. Top 5 for Bubba Wallace. Congratulations for that team. Ryan Blaney in 6th place. He's also won at Talladega. He didn't run so good here today, but he's looking forward to next weekend. Playoffs weekend. So it's Alex Bowman in the 88 car. He's also looking for next weekend. He's looking to get to next weekend, and we'll see what he can do there. Brendan Gaughan in the 8 as well. Running pretty decent today, I think, and having an alright day. For him, that's amazing to see him up in the front and get that. Rex at the end helped that, but it's awesome to see as well. I mean, no doubt about it. Chris Buescher in 9th place. 10th place, Brad Keselowski. John Hunter Nemechek in 11th place, and Matty D in 12th. John Hunter Nemechek and Matt DiBetto were all kind of near each other all day, but Matt DiBetto has officially locked himself into the playoffs and will compete for a championship. Christopher Bell in 13th. Kind of got shuffled in the back of the pack. Could have upsetted that playoff picture, but couldn't. Michael McDowell in 14th as well. Just couldn't do anything today. Ross Chastain in 77 today, also trying his hardest to get through there. Normally that's Justin Haley. Wasn't in there today. It was Ross Chastain. Jimmy Johnson in 17th. Sad news today is that Jimmy Johnson is out of the playoffs. Maybe we thought he could be in. We thought he could be in. More of that in just a few. Eric Almirola in 18th, Clint Bowyer in 19th, and Kevin Harvick, who started on pole, starts 20th. Everybody involved in a wreck starts here. Daniel Suarez, Joey Logano, Matt Kenseth, Tyler Reddick, Cole Custer, Joey Gase, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch, Eric Jones, Ryan Newman, Ryan Preece, Josh Bilicki, James Davison, and J.J. Yaley. Those are your finishing results of today's race. Take a look at them. Enjoy them. Congratulations to William Byron, the first-time winner. I love to see it. I love to hear it. You'll be able to identify your playoff drivers as the playoff goes with a little 16 next to them that will be green. That's how you'll know that your driver is still in the playoffs. On this graphic, you'll be able to figure out, are they in the playoffs or not from that. I think it's a very cool thing that we're working on to get there, and it'll be 16, it'll be green, it'll be cool. You'll be able to tell that they're in the round of 16, they're in the round of 12, they're in the round of 8, and if they're yellow, it means they have advanced. So the drivers, of course, up there, that if they're round of 16 and they're yellow, that means they're in the next round. So that's kind of awesome to see as well. So we're like to see that, of course. Now it's time to look at the final road to the playoffs of the season, and basically, guys, we're looking at the 16 drivers that will start competing for a championship. It's going to be very interesting to see all of these drivers compete. We're going to take a look at multiple grids here, but the first one I really want to show you is the playoff standings. Kevin Harvick, we're just going to go through all 16 drivers and then talk about the ones that just couldn't do it. Kevin Harvick, 2,557 points. The regular season champion of the year, gets 15 extra playoff points, clinched that last week. Congratulations to Harvick and company for winning the regular season championship. Going in the playoffs was a pretty good cushion. Probably can win. Remember, the playoff format works like this. Every team gets 2,000 points, plus their playoff points they earned throughout the season, as well as every single team competes at all the racetracks, but the playoff drivers, if you win, you automatically advance to the next round, which is the round of 12. Then the rest of the drivers go off of their points that they earn. So stage points are so important. But if you're below the cut line, which is 12 drivers, only advance to the next round. So 4 drivers will be eliminated. Then you're out. So we'll talk more about that in the Darlington preview, guys, where we talk about all the Darlington throwbacks. But anyway, Denny Hamlin in second place. Sorry, guys, I am so bad at this today. Brad Keselowski in third as well. He starts the playoffs with his 3 wins on the season. Joey Logano goes in fourth position. Logano only 22 playoff points, but those 2022, that's still pretty good. Chase Elliott, with his 2 wins on the season, goes in with 2020 points. Martin Truex Jr. wins at Martinsville, but Martinsville's back on that schedule, and a lot of short tracks, good tracks for Truex. 2014 points he goes in with, and Ryan Blaney 2013 points in the other place. Alex Bowman goes into the Lady in Black with 2009 points, and William Byron goes into the Too Tough to Tame. Will enter in Darlington with 2007 points. Austin Dillon go into that really Too Tough to Tame. You guys know it. I'm listing off all the Darlington names. Lady in Black, Too Tough to Tame, you know, all of them. Cole Custer, 2005 points. Eric Almirola, also 2005 points. Clint Boyer, 2004. Kyle Busch, 2003. Kurt Busch, 2001. And Matty D, 2000 points. That's all your drivers that are locked into the playoffs. Congratulations to those 16. They worked very hard for it and definitely deserve to be in the playoffs. But the playoffs are here and be pretty crazy. I just want to show you this. These are the 16 drivers, all their faces and everything. This is who's in the playoffs, guys. Pretty awesome, pretty cool picture. This should be my new background, right? Isn't that awesome? And the grid as well. Just take a look at this one. I know. I'm boring you guys to death with this, but those are the 16 drivers. Round of 12, the round of 8, and the championship 4. That's the grid that you can have there as well. Congratulations to William Byron and everybody there. Jimmy Johnson's not in the playoffs this year, guys. As I said, I'd talk about it. It's just tough to talk about because I think we all expected him to do very, very better than this, but he didn't. So it's just like that, and we have a tough time to deal, and it's no fun when somebody is involved and just can't go out there and do it. I mean, I was so rooting for Jimmy Johnson. I know I'm supposed to be partial here. I know I'm not supposed to really root. Oh my God, dog. What are you doing? You're messing up the camera. Mav, you're messing up the camera. He wants to say hello to you guys, but the camera doesn't reach him, I don't think. Say hello to the camera. Huh? Oh, it's not reaching. Yeah, say hi. Say hi. Yes, you're a good boy. You go say hi. Alright, sorry about that, you all. I know you wanted to hear about Jimmy Johnson, not about my dog, who's currently in my room. But yeah, Jimmy Johnson, I think we're all rooting for him, even though we're supposed to be partial about it. But I was rooting for Johnson, but he just couldn't do it. He got involved in the crash, and is what it is. But he showed such good sportsmanship to go up to the victory lane and congratulate everyone. Great job for him and his team. And anyway, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Jones is not in. Johnson's not in. Tough day for the Jays today. But we'll see you guys at the next video. Here on The Pedal, we'll be very busy all week because we have throwback scenes being announced. Like, this is the last week to get your throwback out there. So, throwback scenes being announced. We have to unveil, like, we have to talk about every single throwback scheme as well in a video and preview the playoffs. So, stay tuned for at least 2 more on the pedals this week and another sports talk, guys. So have a fabulous day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the National Sports Podcast, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.